Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? I'm TATIANNAANESA. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Alright, I'm excited about today's video, as I always am, to be talking about another Colourpop collection. And this collection I'm very excited to dive into and play with you guys today. Let me just tell you guys everything that I picked up in the new collection. So first off, of course, I picked up the eyeshadow palette. This is the Limoncello palette. This does retail for $18. This is another one of their 12-pan eyeshadow palettes. Now, with this palette, you guys, it is huge. This palette is not the typical size 12-pan palette, and I don't know why they chose to do that, but I'm not gonna lie, I love the fact that it has a lot of weight to it, and I do love the size. I just wish that it was a consistent size across all the others. Once again, my palette OCD with this not lining up with the other 12-pan palettes, I'm just like, dang, why are you the odd one out? But personally, I feel like this is a great size for a 12-pan eyeshadow palette. I do wish that this was the size and weighty feel of all of the other 12-pan palettes. I just grabbed my All That palette, and I just want to show you guys the size comparison because it is definitely not the same size. So here we have the two palettes, and Limoncello is definitely a lot bigger. Even though you get a bigger size palette, it's not up there in price, and it also does have a mirror in here. I did swatch the palette already, and I was really shocked at how yellow this palette was. Looking at it, it doesn't look like it's that much of a yellow palette, but it actually is. And this blue swatched so pigmented. I just love the design of this palette. I love that there's a little lemon here. This whole design, I'm obsessed. In the collection, there were also 3 blush sticks, and I ended up just picking up 1 blush stick in the shade Coastal Drive. This retails for $9. I don't remember these being that expensive before. I own a couple of blush sticks, and personally I thought they were discontinuing this formula, but they didn't, and I'm really happy about that. But this is a $9 blush stick, which is a little bit on the pricey side. I also picked up the new formula from Colourpop. This is their shadow stick. So it came in a 4-piece set. This is called the Riviera Cruisin' set. One thing about this is I was honestly really kind of disappointed with the sizing of these shadow sticks because they are minis. I don't know why on camera certain things look a lot bigger than what they are, but they are so tiny. These are minis. It doesn't even advertise that they are mini shadow sticks on the box or anything. So I'm guessing this might be their full size, which is crazy because this is how big it is. It's the size of the inside of my palm. It's very tiny, and in each of these I believe you get 0.023 ounces of product. And I'm gonna compare this to a e.l.f. shadow stick. Each of these little shadow sticks from Colourpop individually retail for $6 a piece, and the e.l.f. shadow stick is only $5, and this is the size difference between the two. The e.l.f. one is significantly bigger, and you get a lot more product in the e.l.f. shadow stick. You get 0.05 ounces of product, which is 1.6 grams of product in this particular shadow stick from e.l.f. So you get a lot more product in the e.l.f. shadow stick. I also picked up a luxe gloss. I believe there were 4 in the collection. I picked up one of the deepest ones. This is the shade Biscotti, and it's very pretty opaque for their luxe glosses, which I was so excited about, and I think this color really matches the collection very well. I picked up the 5-piece brush set. I was so happy that they included a brush set in this collection because they don't normally do that. That's so different. I love when Colourpop throws in these different unexpected items in collections. The 5-piece brush set retails for $15 for 5 brushes, but I got these on sale. I even managed to pick up another one because I personally love Colourpop's brushes, and this collection launched at 25% off, so I only paid $11, which is a really nice steal. 4 eye brushes and 1 face powder brush, which is really nice. I did not use this today, which is crazy. I should have used it to set my makeup, but I'm excited to put these products to the test, so I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's dive into the Limoncello eyeshadow palette. So what I'm going to do is take this blue shade in the palette called La Fiesta, and this is the shade I'm going to put all in my crease, and I'm just going to work it into my crease. One thing I noticed about this shade is that it is not as deep and vibrant on the eyes as it is in the pan, which of course I did eventually try to build it up and I got the color that I wanted, but it did just take a little bit of building up. Next, I'm going to take the shadow stick in the shade Cool Breeze. It's the metallic shadow stick, and basically I had the idea to just use this as a quick and easy cut crease. And then I'm going to take the Colourpop E4 brush and just kind of smooth it out with the brush, just making sure it looks like a really nice crisp cut crease. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Capri in the palette, and I'm just going to use this shade to basically set the cream shadow stick. When I tell you it is so pigmented, and do you see how it just popped? Like, I'm really shocked and impressed. Like, this is probably one of the easiest ways to do a quick and easy cut crease because the shadow stick was just so creamy. So now I'm going to take the Colourpop E2 brush, which is the big fluffy brush in the set. I'm going to go into the shade Vespa, which is the deepest brown in the palette, and I'm just going to place this in the outer corner, just blending it in, just adding a little bit of depth on both sides. Next, I'm going to take my Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Dirty Talk, and I just thought this really brought this look together. Going back into the shade La Fiesta and just running this on my lower lash line. Once again, it wasn't popping enough for me, and then I remembered I had a blue shadow stick, so I eventually picked that up, and that is in the shade Style and Ease. And that really just made the blue on the lower lash pop, and I was very happy with this choice that I had made, and it really brought the look together. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of mascara and add some lashes, and then we're going to move on to the gloss. The only Luxe gloss I got in this collection was the shade Biscotti. It's a really pretty gloss, and I think it tied it together. So here is the finished look right here. So now let's get into my final thoughts on this new collection. Let's go ahead and start off with the eyeshadow palette. I do really love this eyeshadow palette, and I definitely think it's worth a pickup. Personally, I think this and the brush set are my favorite items in this collection. Personally, I mean, you cannot go wrong with brushes. I think Colourpop has some really amazing brushes, and if you haven't had the chance to try them out, I definitely think that you should. I had a purpose for all of them. The only one I didn't use was the powder brush. Of course, it is a powder brush, and I will definitely get use out of it eventually. Let's talk about these shadow sticks, because personally, I do like these. I just wish that they were a lot bigger. They're so pigmented, so creamy. You guys saw how they glided on to my lids. I really do like these a lot. I just wish that for the price of it individually, I wish that you get more product and that these weren't minis, because I feel like I would go through this so fast because there's not really that much product in these. I don't know if Colourpop is going to continue to do shadow sticks and if they're going to continue to be this size, but personally I do hope that they eventually make these a lot bigger. As far as the gloss, I mean, it's just a typical gloss. I love gloss. I'm obsessed with gloss, and I feel like with every Colourpop collection I have to at least get one gloss in that collection. So I did pick this up. It is a pretty color, and I do love how this gloss can literally go with any eye look I feel like I create with this palette. Then as far as the blush stick, personally, I did use it today, but I did it kind of off camera, and I used this shade, but I set it with another blush that was a similar shade, and I do love how my blush looks. I think it's a really great everyday blush. I do love to use the blush sticks as like a base for a blush, so if that's how you like to use them, I think that they're great. I love how the shade looks under the blush that I put on. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I seriously had a rough time filming this video. I like took off all my makeup, I restarted. I was not feeling how the look that I was doing, and that was just me because the weather was just like overpowering the video. So hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. I hope you guys like it, and yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.